Hello everyone, welcome to this video where we'll introduce the concept of the main method in Java and its relevance when writing Java applications. In this video, we'll continue from where we left off in the starter project from the installing the tools video. If you don't have a project to use at the moment and are not sure how to proceed, feel free to check that video and come back to this one. Okay, so in the previous video, we used the recipe metaphor to give a quick introduction to the main method. To recap, you can think of your Java application as a recipe which contains a series of steps that need to be executed. If we gave this recipe to Java, then our main method would be the first step of our recipe. Not only that, Java expects this main method to exist to be able to start the execution of our program. If it doesn't find it, it will let you know by printing out an error. And Java also expects the main method to follow a certain number of rules that we're going to cover in this video. In this sense, the summary of this video is that the main method is the entry point of our Java application. So let's take a look at the main method in a bit more detail. So methods in Java have a body that is delimited by curly braces. In our case, our main method starts in line 5 and ends in line. And you can see the curly braces here starting or opening in line 5 and finishing in line 9. The body can be as long or as short as we would like. So this means that we could have an empty method body, so no lines of code in between the curly braces. Or alternatively, a method body with several lines of code, so let's say 100 lines of code, although this is not recommended. To clarify, you will see that there is another set of curly braces in this file, so the ones between lines 3 and lines 10. Those belong to the main class. Classes in Java also have a body. And everything inside those curly braces is part of the main class. In our case, this means that our main method in line 5 belongs to the main class. And it is important to note that all methods in Java belong to a class. Now, as we mentioned before, the main method in Java needs to follow a certain number of rules for it to be considered a valid entry point. In our case, because our main method follows these rules, IntelliJ automatically detects this, and that's why it provides us with the run or play icon next to our code. The rules are as follows, and don't worry about each of the terms yet. We will provide more details either in this course or in later courses for more advanced concepts. First of all, the method needs to be public, which means it needs to be accessible by other parts of the application. Second, the method needs to be static, which we will cover in a later video. Third, the method shouldn't return any value, which in Java means using void as the return type. Fourth, the method needs to be named main. And fifth, the parameters to the method, which are the inputs that are inside the parentheses, should be an array of strings. And we will cover arrays in a later video. Okay, so plenty of rules to remember, and believe me, this will become second nature as you use them. However, some IDEs include a shortcut if you need to define a main method and if you don't remember all of the rules. So let's delete our main method and use the shortcut that IntelliJ provides. All you need to do is inside a class, in our case inside our main class, type the word main and press tab. IntelliJ will generate a valid main method for you. Now, what happens if we provide a main method that doesn't follow all of these rules? So note that right now, IntelliJ is providing us with the run icon next to the code. So let's, for example, delete the static keyword from our code and see what happens. We can see that IntelliJ identifies that the main method isn't any longer a valid entry point to our Java code. So it removed the run icon next to the code. It is still a valid method in Java. However, it's not a valid entry point because it doesn't follow all of the rules and we cannot use it to run our application. Okay, so now let's add the static modifier again and add a few lines of code to our main method. Let's print 3 lines to the console and run the code. Excellent, we have our code running again with a valid main method. Cool, so to recap this video, we introduced the main method and we understand it is the entry point to our Java application. We saw the different rules that a valid main method in Java should follow to be considered an application entry point. And we saw what happens if we don't follow those rules at compilation type from IntelliJ IDEA and the hint that the IDE shows to us. And that's it, everyone. We hope you found this video useful. If you're looking for other videos on specific Java topics, feel free to leave us a comment and we will look into it. Remember to subscribe and follow us on Facebook if you want to get updates on new content. Thanks for watching.